And time now for business news with Ari Rabinovitch. Hello, Ari.
Hello, Cynthia.
Now, we're returning to those tensions in the Middle East. We're going to start with this tough news that's happening out there today with Iran sending missiles into Israel. And this has some major implications on the business front.
Yes, so it has a lot to do with the uncertainty of what this could become. Not that it's not already something very serious, but there is tension, concerns that it could amount to more of a regional conflict, which could have implications for global traders. So a lot of investors decided to sell stocks today in response, and that included the TSX. Although most sectors were in the red, it actually had a winning session, but there's more to it, Cynthia. See, when there's these kinds of rising tensions in the Middle East, oil tends to spike. So that actually was up today by 4%. That's a big advance. So that could mean higher prices at the gas pumps. The Middle East is a source of about a third of the world's crude oil. Iran is also a member of OPEC+. So because oil prices are rising, energy stocks benefited, hence why Bay Street did fairly well today. But those losses on Wall Street could continue until there's at least some sign of de-escalation, Cynthia.
So a lot of uncertainty. And Ari, a major strike at U.S. ports could add to that uncertainty and put the squeeze on North America's supply chain.
Yeah, and we were talking about this yesterday of Cynthia with Montreal's situation, that there's a partial shutdown of port workers that affect the St. Lawrence Seaway. And now effectively the entire East Coast between Maine and Texas, all shipping ports there are closed because 45,000 unionized dock workers in the U.S. also walked off the job today. So combined with our strike on our side of the border, which also could expand, we're talking about billions of dollars from the economy that could be lost, and that actually could impact supply chains, something we talked about a lot for the past few years, Cynthia, because supply chains are, of course, tied to inflation. And we've done a lot of work to bring inflation into controlled levels, so we don't want to lose our progress.
Definitely. Okay, let's turn to the minimum wage. It's been boosted in a few provinces and right here in Ontario as of today, Ari.
Absolutely. So I guess suppose it is a good news story, Cynthia, that now the minimum wage has increased to $17.20 in Ontario. Now, although the cost of living varies greatly across the province, especially outside of the GTA, the vast majority lives in the southern part of the province, or closer to Toronto, where the average rent is roughly $2,500 per month. So for an 8-hour workday, a minimum wage employee would have to work 18 shifts just to pay rent, and that doesn't factor in taxes and other deductions, let alone food, transportation, and utilities. So Cynthia, certainly is good news, but we've got a long way to go to improve the cost of living for so many Canadians.
Life is expensive, Ari. All right, thank you very much. Good to see you as always.
You as well.